All this 1-7 in our last first road games. This all Painter getting mad at Purdue. That Purdue goes on the road in their first Big Ten road game of the year. We talked about it on the short video the other day about how they had these yips, I guess, in the month of December in their first road game. One in their last seven, I believe, is what they were. They go on the road, get a comfortable victory, 81-65 against Rutgers. This was the most 25-point victory that wasn't a 25-point victory that I've ever seen. I honestly think the 81-65 score isn't truly indicative of kind of how Purdue controlled this basketball game. With all due respect, honestly, I'm a little bit upset that they only put up 81. I thought that they could have put up 90 something on this team and blew them out by 30, 25 plus points. But they get the victory in this one. Braden Smith was 16 and 8. Trey Kaufman rebounds with another double double, 19 and 13. I think his fourth this season thus far. He only had three combined in his previous three seasons or something like that, I saw. So another double double for TKR in this basketball game. Kind of just business as usual. Oscar Clough with a good game, 8 points. Fletcher Lawyer pitches in 12 points in this basketball game. Jakari Harris with another good game. Had a really good first half in this basketball game. I think hit three threes in the first half. He had 11 points and kind of just a business-like approach once again for Purdue as they pull off the victory in this first Big Ten game on the road. Dion, I'll throw it over to you for what you saw.
Fletcher Lawyer went 2 of 7 from three and is still shooting 49% from three this year.
Yeah, so here's my statement. I hate Fletch. I hate Fletch because he's such a good shooter. It's ridiculous how good of a shooter he is, truthfully. And it's legit once he crosses half court too. He's got that type of range. He knows what spots to get to because I know I didn't mean to go off on a Fletcher tangent here, but
No, you're
I
good.
have played with guys that can shoot the basketball, but they also don't know where to be. Like you gotta get your goofy ass to the right spot on the floor. Like get to the open window. If you're in transition with one of the best point guards in the sport, a la Braden Smith, make sure you get to the right spot, fill in the gaps. Like go to the right area where you can find yourself in an open window to knock down shots. Fletcher just does it so well. He's probably kicking himself for going 2 for 7. He could have been a lot better in this game. This could have been a 5 for 7 game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like 2 of 7, like he'll never do that again. Kobe Bryant got drafted, right?
Yeah.
Fletch should too.
Kobe Bryant's like 6'8" though, isn't he?
I don't care. You don't care. Like you get Kobe Bryant got drafted because he can shoot the rock. Fletch is a better shooter than Kobe Bryant. So Fletch, um,
I love Fletch, dog. Kobe Bryant was ridiculous.
Fletch is the volume Fletch is shooting at to shoot the percentage he's shooting at is nutty. Like
I'm gonna pull a Greg here. We're gonna move on. This is not about Kobe Bryant. This is not about Fletcher. Actually, it is about Fletcher Lawyer,
it's
but
about Fletch. Yeah, he's shooting 50% on 8 attempts a game. That's like nuts numbers. That's otherworldly stuff. So Fletch, and y'all could let Braden know I said this on the Run and Point pod. If Fletch needs someone to start his draft campaign, I'm available. Because I want Fletch drafted.
hey, if you're ready to take that challenge on, then let the challenge be taken on. But yeah, just a business like approach to this basketball game, I think, from Purdue, right? Like, if there's any doubts, Paint tried to put it in their head, not even put it in their head, but like he brought it to the forefront that this team struggles in road games in December in their first game in Big Ten play, and they kind of just put that to bed in this one. And look. Rutgers put up a solid fight in this one, especially in the second half. They actually hit eight threes, almost 47%, 8 for 17 from three. Solid from the field. Not really. I mean, honestly, if you're Rutgers, you feel like you actually played pretty well. You're just not Purdue, and that's how it always, I think, will be in this game. Is there? Actually, I want to shift to this
Mhm.
because we'll talk about the big three on Purdue a little bit. Jakari Harris, this is not two games in a row. The one was Eastern Illinois. The other one, now this one against a legit high major opponent in Rutgers.
Yeah.
Um, I legit-ish in Rutgers high major opponent. I said coming into the Eastern Illinois game that Jakari was playing like a player who was thinking about how he wasn't playing well too much. And now he looks like a player that's gaining a little bit of confidence, feeling good about himself. And I think it's something that they are going to need because coming into this year, there was always discussion. Is it Cox? Is it Omer? Is it Harris? The one of the solutions for that was like you didn't get a good CJ Cox this game. Like he played 23 minutes, he was 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from three. He was good defensively, but only gave you 6 and 5. That's the luxury that Paint has, is he should be able to put Jakari in and trust Jakari to do the right thing. And that's what he did. And really, he didn't do anything crazy to like reinvent the wheel in this one. He got to the right spot. He shot the ball with confidence and he knocked it down. What do you see from Jakari in this game that maybe could, I don't know, be a positive thing moving forward?
I think the main things that I saw from Jakari in this game were just mental awareness, maturity, and IQ. I don't think they're asking for much out of that. Like you can call it the two guard spot, you can call it the three, the other wing next to Fletch. They're not asking for much. Be in the right spot, make the right pass, make the right shot. Jakari did all those things and then play defense. Him and CJ are always going to do that latter part. Like you don't have to worry about that. It's what they do on the offensive side of the ball that's going to define how much they play. And I thought they were perfect in this game. I think overall, like the last couple games, I still think Omer's the much better player, but I see why everybody wants Jakari and CJ to start and play the bulk of those minutes just from an IQ standpoint and where they're at with in terms of fit within the roster. I do have to shout this out really quickly. Shout out Oscar Clough for getting us over the 80-point mark. That was big time.
Wait, oh, he did get y'all
Yeah,
over
that was
just
big
at the
time
nick of
because
time.
I just sat up here and was like, yeah, they'll never score under 80 again. And we were just very close to doing that against Rutgers.
Hey, hey, you got there though. That's what matters. That's all that matters.
We got there. That's all that
Got
matters. We got there.
Yeah, and look, I want to also before we move on, the thing for that for Jakari too is that you pointed this out. Like it's obviously hard to. It's not easy to knock down shots, right? It's also not easy to be. I felt this way about like guys like Cam Heidi and Miles Colvin last year. They are these other guys around the big three are put in these spots where they do feel a lot of pressure to perform, right? Like Braden is getting you in the right spots. TKR is taking a lot of attention so that you have open shots. And there's a lot of pressure on for you to knock down those shots. And
Yeah.
Jakari was a player that I looked like was down on himself because he was not doing that. And the fact of the matter is, he showed what does Payne call it? The intestinal fortitude to be tough enough to be able to knock down some shots. And I think that is massive for him moving forward. Between Eastern Illinois, him getting rid of layup yips, and in this one, knocking down some 3-point shots, I think it's a really good development for this Purdue team. Shifting to Trey Kaufman rebounds. Another really good performance and 13 rebounds for TKR. And I know a lot of people have had the discussion that like, I think it's like drunk Matt Painter Discord who annoys the hell out of me every single day. He's like, "Oh, I was told that TKR wouldn't be able to rebound next to Oscar Clough." And I'm just like, "Okay, that was awesome. It's even awesome when you send it for the 90 millionth time. Love you, drunk Matt Painter. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. But truthfully, I think everyone can take a step back here. TKR's mindset this year is on a whole different level.
Mhm.
Legit. Like the way he attacks the glass is something I have not seen. And whether that's, him playing next to Oscar Clough, I want to attribute it to just giving TKR the credit for like maybe having a sense of urgency that he has to be elite on the glass. And he has been incredible in his rebounding and his effort. What are you seeing from him like what is leading to this rebounding the hashtag rebounding renaissance, the Trey Kaufman rebounding renaissance? Honestly, that works really well. I'm gonna trademark
Uh,
that.
that honestly is pretty fire. But I think it's just TK's role on the team is different.
All right,
Um,
stop right there. I'm not letting you get away with the TK thing, man.
Payne call him TK. I'm gonna call him TK.
All right, fine.
By the way, if you think I didn't peep Braden and Omer calling him TK on running point when they
i
were talking about
i,
the
I
pickle
know
store,
the minute he said it, I'm like, damn it, Dion's gonna see this.
I mean that's our point guard, our point guards, by the way. Listen, they call him TK, I'm gonna call him TK. But I think it's just his role, and I want to say, was it Braden or Homer who said that that was like kind of it too? It was one of them said it on that episode where it's just like he has to do less offensively,
Mhm.
which provides more energy for rebounding, essentially. Um, Dude's an All-American, right? Like you're not an All-American because you can't rebound. You're not an All-American because you can't play defense. You're not an All-American because you can't do everything on the basketball court, right? So like I think it's just one of those situations where they have so many more weapons offensively. His role's a little different on offense, which allows him to focus in other areas. Um, we see it all the time, like KD on the Warriors was Defensive Player of the Year candidate. KD on the Thunder was a cone. It's just a matter of like how much work you have to do. Do you have to stay out of foul trouble? He doesn't have to worry about fouling people as much as he did last year. Now, granted, he was in foul trouble a lot last year, but if he picks up two or three fouls in the first half because he was attacking the rebounding glass, like they just sub in DJ or they keep Clough at the four and they go small. Like they have so many different options that he's able to mentally put that focus into rebounding on a different level. But I don't think he ever couldn't rebound. I just don't think it was the smartest thing for him to put his energy into rebounding last year the way he is this year.
Yeah, and look, like I said, I always look at it from this angle. I just want to give TKR his flowers for like how he's changed it mentally to being this good rebounding. And yes, I think being around Oscar Clough, like that deserves credit as well. But like Oscar Clough in 24 minutes grabbed 3 rebounds tonight. Daniel Jacobson in 13 minutes grabbed 4. He had 13 rebounds. Rutgers only had 25 as a team. Like he was just elite on the glass in his 32 minutes. And I think it just points to, what kind of TKR is going to be capable of this year. And look, I'm very excited this weekend. One of the more underrated matchups that's coming up in this game this weekend in Iowa State is that like I think you have two of the better power forwards in the country. Like Joshua Jefferson has been impeccable for Iowa State this season, and TKR is having an All-American level season himself. It's a very intriguing matchup to watch. Is there anything in this game that I don't know, maybe you'd want to see be better? I mean, in all honesty, maybe not pulling away much, but to this point, like Pico was like just being annoying in the second half of this game for no reason, and maybe be better defensively is the one thing you'd probably want to nitpick at here. Like letting Rutgers shoot 45%, hit 8 threes, shoot 47% is not something you want of a Rutgers team. What would you guess what would you nitpick here or want changes on maybe if you were Purdue?
Um, I mean, if you're gonna nitpick Purdue, I think it has to be the defensive end of the floor throughout the whole year, to be honest with you. I feel like they've done enough offensively to offset it, and I think they annoy teams enough defensively to where it doesn't really matter. But I mean, if you're gonna nitpick, I think it'll be defensively. And to be honest with you, when you look at the offense, yeah, they haven't scored less than 80 yet this year, but they've only scored triple digits once. I feel like this is an offense like people kind of thought would get into the hundreds whenever they want to, but they haven't really needed to. Texas Tech didn't force them to, that's for sure. Memphis definitely didn't force them to, and they were able to slow Bama down to where they didn't have to. So I think it's hard to nitpick them at the moment, but what I will say, not to be negative, not to be negative, but I watched Purdue play, and I don't know what the reasoning is, but they feel gettable. Like if I'm another team and I'm watching Purdue, like I kind of want that matchup. Flip it to Michigan. I don't think I want that matchup as much right now. And I don't know what the reasoning is for that. So like maybe that's a bad take, but at the moment they just feel like the team you want to play. Like, not to make an NFL comparison, but like you want to play the Pats. The Rams just lost to the Panthers for whatever reason. I wouldn't want to play the Rams.
Mm. See, I feel the opposite. I don't want to see Purdue. I want to see Michigan.
We know that. We know that.
I think other people would agree.
I don't disagree with that. I don't know what it is. It's just
I
something
know what it
about
is. You're a players era guy.
I'm very much so a players era guy.
Yeah, that's
But
that's
like
what this is.
even remove like Michigan from it, like Duke. I think I'd rather play Purdue than Duke right now.
Yeah, so Grant, you know what? We're not going to let arguments for not wanting to play the number one country or number one team in the country suffice. But you know what this is? This is that Purdue was so good and they won this game handedly. There's not really much, I guess, to nitpick if you actually kind of want to. I just thought they were really good in this game. They dominated the glass. They hit shots. Should they be a little bit better defensively? Yes, but give credit to Rutgers, I think, for hitting shots. Just to touch on Rutgers a little bit, Dylan Grant, who we pointed out in his early on in this game, he had a pretty good game, 13 points in this one. Also, sorry to butcher the name, Haran Jerome, who former Indiana commit, hits 3 threes in this game, 13 points in 15 minutes. He had a solid game. Rutgers is just gonna have a tough year though. Like it's gonna be a struggle. How many Big Ten games do you think that team wins?
Rutgers. Let me pull up their schedule really quickly.
I mean, I think he played.
Oof,
I think he
not
played.
many.
I want to say. I want to say. I don't want to disrespect him, but is four crazy?
I think they might catch Nebraska and Maryland at the crib.
Yeah.
Penn State maybe at the crib. Other than that, like I don't think they get any. I mean, um, Ken Palm has them winning four. One of them being Oregon, though. I don't think they beat Oregon.
Is the Oregon game at home?
It's Oregon at home, but I mean, Shellstat has to be able to get one. Come on, man. Like,
Oregon's looking stinky, but look, another great performance by Purdue. Like I said, double double by TKR. Braden looked like one. Oh, sorry, I want to point this out too. It was good to see Braden knock down some shots in this game.
yes.
The shots been a little bit off in this one. I thought he was really good. 5 for 11 from the field, 4 of 8 from three. I like the shot diet. It was good to see him knock down some shots in this game.
I wanted to bring that up. That made me realize how amazing of a player Braden Smith is. Not that we didn't already know that, but he said, I hate to keep referencing Running Point Pod. Braden probably hates that I do that if he watches any of this. He's probably like, yo, stop quoting me from my podcast. But like, he spoke about his shooting struggles on the latest episode, right?
Yeah.
And then his first game out of it, he doesn't have shooting struggles. Is that not like some amazing player stuff where it's like, hey, I know I'm playing bad, and by the way, I just immediately fixed it?
Yeah, it's like this. He's the best point guard in the sport. He's gonna figure it out. Like there was no doubt that he was gonna knock down shots eventually. It was like just when and
Yeah.
sooner rather than later. That's all it was. And liked all his shots tonight. He had the pretty ass behind the back pass as well. Some saying he's the best behind the back passer since me and men's league. That's up for debate, I would say. But another good win for Purdue, 81 to 65. In a spot that's a little bit iffy, in a look ahead spot, they're able to get the win pretty comfortably. And now welcome in Iowa State and Tyrese Halliburton and Ryan Hammer into Mackey for a really, really big matchup that I'm very excited to see. But congrats to Purdue. Good win, like I said, 81 to 65. Rutgers, uh, prayers.